So we are now at the continuation of the part 2 discussion ng prelim. So we have here the ICT electronic period, the 1940 up to present now. First generation computer, we have here the late vacuum tube. Ginamit siya as primary electronic na switching and application component in early computers. Ito yung itsura niya. Parang mga vacuum tube. Next, the ENIAC, Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer, built in 1945, one of the first general purpose of electronic computers. Vacuum tube computers were large, expensive, and consumed massive amounts of power, leading to the need for more efficient alternatives. And we have here the phone hacking in 1955. Unauthorized access or manipulation sa telephone system. In 1955, si David Condon in-explore niya yung phone networks by whistling into his phone using Davy Crockett Cat and Kennedy Bird call flute. This experiment led to the system to recognize him as an employee, granting him access para sa long-distance operator. His action demonstrated an early method of exploiting vulnerabilities in telephone networks. Next, phone phreaking. Phone phreaking is the practice of manipulating telephone signals. So, sa phone phreaking, yung minamanipulate is yung signal ng telepono, binabypass yung billing system at gumagawa ng mga libreng tawag. Ito yung technique involve reverse engineering the specific tone used by phone companies to route long-distance calls. Phreaks learn to mimic these tones to trick the system into granting access. So, ginagaya nila yung mga tono na to para matrick yung system at mabigyan sila ng access to use the long-distance call. 2000, this was a significant breakthrough in phone phreaking occurred in 1957 noong si Joel Ingrescia. Blind siya, 7-year-old girl with perfect pitch. He discovered that whistling at 2,000 Hz, ayan, 2,600 Hz pala to, sorry. 2,600 Hz kayang makontrol yung telephone network. By matching the frequency used by phone system, he could interact with network, marking him as the first known phone phreak in the US. 7-year-old blind Joe Engrescia, 1957, first known phone phreak sa US. Okay? Next. Fun fact. The Blue Box. It is a device designed and built by Steve Wozniak and sold by Steve Jobs before they founded Apple. It was used to phone phreaking, allowing users to manipulate telephone networks by generating specific tones to make free long-distance calls. So, ginagamit to para makagawa ng free calls. Inspired by earlier phone hacking techniques, Wozniak Blue Box mimic 2,600 Hz pero kanina kay Joe Engrescia and other signaling tones to bypass phone company billing systems. Okay na rin. So, we'll proceed to the second generation of computer. We have the transistor period. The invention of transistor in 1947 by John Bardeen and William Shockley and Walter Brattain at Bell Labs revolutionized computing. We have also here the transistor period. This replaced the vacuum tube, making computers smaller, more reliable, and energy efficient. This period also saw the development of early programming language such as Fortran and COBOL. So if anyone na ICT na may background to this. I know alam niyo to, but I do not have this knowledge sa Fortran and COBOL na to. Programming languages kasi siya. Hindi naman tayo programmer. Criminologist naman tayo. So, okay, next. Third generation ng computer sa the integrated circuits or IC. Dinevelop siya, IC, dinevelop ni Chuck Kilby, Texas Instrument, and Robert Noyce Fairchild Semiconductor in 1958 to 1959. Integrated circuit to. Yan. Integrated circuit. IC combine multiple transistors and electronic components on a single silicon chip. Ito na yung tinatawag na IC. Further reducing the size and cost of computer. So, the first commercially available mini computers and personal computer emerged during this time. So, dito nag-emerge yung pinaka-una na commercially naging available. So, noong 1968, dinevelop naman ang ARPANET. Ito yung Advanced Research Project Agency Network na foundation ng today's Internet. Initiated ito ng US Department of Defense or ARPA. It connected computer resources like storage, databases, and processing power. Dinisenyo ito for military and defense-related communication to ensure connectivity even if the parts of the network were damaged in war. So, yun yung pinakaunang network, data network noon. So, ARPANET geographic map. The Harvard Pentagon sa London, NORSAR, London, sa Utah, Berkeley, Stanford, and ito yung mga tawag dito. Nag-emerge. Yes. Parang dito in-install sa mga lugar na to. Yan sila. Sa Utah, SRI, USCB, and UCLA. Next. Noong 1970, Kevin Mitnick, the world's most famous hacker. The world's famous hacker. Siya yung pinaka-notorious na hacker sa history. Binaypas niya yung corporate security defenses at yung access system ng major company like the Sun Microsystem, yung Motorola, Nokia, alam nyo naman kung anong klase mga kumpanya yan. At they are big companies, technology companies. They also help popularize social engineering and cybersecurity. Although he denied hacking NORAD and the FBI, his exploit made him a legendary figure. Grabe, hinak na yung mga kumpanya ko. Sana all. 1971 naman, Phone Phreaking Again by John Draper, Captain Crunch. So, si John Draper, also known as Captain Crunch, discovered that a whistle from Captain Crunch cereal box could mimic phone system note. So, na-discover lang niya, and he used it to build a blue box that enabled free long-distance calls, leading to a rise in wire fraud. Ito siguro yung namimimik na siguro yung 2,600 Hz na sound. Kaya nag-activate, nag-enable yung free call to a long distance calls. Next, 1971, first computer virus. Creeper. Si Bob Thomas of BBN created the Creeper virus as a security test to explore self-replicating programs. It moved between hard drives but was non-malicious, only displaying the message, "I'm the Creeper, catch me if you can." So, hindi naman siya daw malisyoso. May nakalagay lang talaga sa screen mo ganito, "Catch me if you can." Pogi. Sana all. So, sa fourth generation ng computer, we have here computer processor, microprocessor. Defining feature of fourth generation computer integrating millions of transistors on a single chip. using VLSI or Very Large Scale Integration and LSI, Large Scale Integration Technology. This made computers smaller. As you can see naman sa mga computer ngayon, panipis ng panipis, paliit ng paliit. Pero, mabibilis yung mga processor. At some even are cheaper compared to previous generation. So, sa single board computers and single chip processor, nag-evolve dito yung compact and cost-effective devices na may higher component ng density, ini-improve yung pabilis at accurate at reliability ng mga computers. High-level programming languages. Several new programming languages were introduced, including the BASIC, Pascal, COBOL, and Fortran, and C, enhancing software development and usability. So, di ako familiar dito, but I haven't seen naman na lumabas sa board, pero still, foundation na rin naman to ng cybercrime. Next, personal computer, PC. Dito pa si Lolo Enrile. Fourth generation computer lead to the development of personal computers, making computers more accessible for individual and business use. So, yung pinakaunang computer na pinakauna, pero ito yung readily, commercially available na computer. Pwedeng gamitin for personal use and for businesses. So, data communication and networking. The rise of computer networking began in the generation enabling data communication and connectivity between systems, laying the groundwork for modern networks. Intel 4004 microprocessor in 1971, pinakauna, first ever microprocessor built on a single silicon chip. Ito yun, with 2,300 transistors, marking the beginning of modern computer processor according to Java 3. So, IBM PC and Intel 8086 noong 1981. IBM chose Intel 8086 processor for its IBM PC capable of performing 240,000 additions per second. Wow! Pero slower siya kesa sa IBM 360 family computers. It played a crucial role sa personal computing. So, 1.5 million network bank embezzlement in 1973. Si Roswell Stephen, supervisor ng Union Dime Savings Bank, nag-conduct ng isa sa pinakamalaking saving bank embezzlement. Ginamit niya yung computer manipulation to shuffle individual accounts, falsify record, and redeposit stolen funds before quarterly interest payment, making the theft undetectable. Ni-shuffle lang yung individual account, falsify record, redeposit yung mga ninakaw na funds bago pa daw mag-quarterly interest payments. So, talino. Okay, next, the development of the internet. So, Robert Kahn and Benton Cerf developed TCP/IP, Transmission Control Protocol and Internet Protocol, which became the foundation ng modern internet, yung ginagamit natin ngayon. It allows data to be broken into packets, sent through different routes, and reassembled at the destination, ensuring efficient and error-free communication. Yung internet evolved na into a global network, supporting email, ang ginagamit natin ngayon, social media, yes, Facebook, Instagram, and so on, digital commerce, and the World Wide Web or the www, etc. Becoming widely accessible in the 1990s. So, ito yung commercial ng TCP/IP. Meron siyang link, guys. So, introduction of SWIFT, the Society for Worldwide International Fund Transfer, and introduced to the international banking system para mag-provide ng secure and efficient network for money transfer and financial communication. Dito nagsimula yung online transfer ng money. Pero it became most secure commercial global computer network but has been a target for cybercriminal ever since. Ano ba yung dapat nating malaman about sa Swift Banking? Sa Swift Banking, a member-owned cooperative. It also provides safe and security financial transaction and it allows individuals and businesses para magkakuha ng electronic or card payments even if the customer or vendor uses a different bank. Yun din yung ginagamit natin ngayon. Kahit na may bangko ka sa BDO, PNB, Land Bank, and other land banks, and other banks, pwede ka maka-transfer, pwede ka maka-transfer via online, via cards, kaya mo mag-withdraw with other banking, ATM banking. So, ito yung Swift banking system. So, the computer processor in period 1970s to present, dito na yung inintroduce yung Electronic Bulletin Board System or BBS by Ward Christensen and Randy Suess. They launched the first bulletin board system allowing people to connect via phone lines to share and discuss information. Early form of online communication involving message boards, forums, and newsgroups which later influenced the modern social media and online communities. May fifth generation pa tayo guys. Okay. The AI. Eto na. Dito na tayo sa AI. Artificial intelligence, parallel processing, ultra-large-scale integration, and allowing microprocessor to contain millions of electronic components. Ito yung high-level languages ng C, kung alam mo na yan, NAT and Java became widely used. Next, Morris Worm. So, yung Morris Worm na ito ay lumabas sa board exam namin noong February 2024. I don't know if lalabas pa rin to, pero you must be familiar with this. So, ginawa to ni Robert T. Morris Jr., first self-replicating computer worm that infected 600,000 network computers on ARPANET. It caused widespread damage by slowing down niya yung system and expose yung security vulnerabilities. Si Morris naman ay nagbayad ng walang kung magkano yan, dollar siguro, $10,000 and sentenced to 3 years of probation. Mababa lang. Marking one of the first major cybersecurity prosecution. Trojan horse, rin, lumabas din to. It is a kit disguised as an AIDS information archive was mailed to thousands of researchers, making it the first large-scale ransomware attack. Once downloaded, pag dinownload mo yung Trojan horse program na ito, it will encrypt your files and demand a 5,000 ransom for access. This attack set the foundation for modern ransomware tactics used by cybercriminals today. Ito yung nakalagay sa screen mo once you downloaded that program. I have been elected to inform you that the process of creating files you have accidentally hacked yourself over. Again, this, no, it cannot be. Yes, it can be. No, pero ito yun. The cyber and warfare. Legion of Doom versus Master of Deception. These are two infamous hacking groups, the Legion, Doom, and the Master of Deception, engage in cyber warfare. So they blocking each other connections, stealing data, and infiltrating telephone network. Yung mga activity nila contributed to increased FBI investigation into cybercrime, leading to crackdowns of BBM. Ano yan? BBS, Bulletin Board System that facilitated illegal activities. Datastream, Cowboy, and Koji. Hackers, Datastream Cowboy and Koji infiltrated the Rome Air Production Center, a U.S. Air Force facility. So sila tong dalawa. Using password sniffing program, they compromised over 100 user profiles, allowing them to spy on emails and classified military data. Their attack highlighted the vulnerability of government networks to cyber threats. The launch of World Wide Web. Bakit nandito si... Ay, nako. So, it was developed by Tim Berners-Lee and his team at CERN. The World Wide Web introduced the Hypertext Transfer Protocol. And if you can see, pag nagsisearch kayo dito, ano to? Pag nagsisearch kasi tayo, you can see na merong to, HTTPS www. Ito na yung sinasabi natin dito na Hypertext Transfer Protocol ng World Wide Web. It enables global online communication using HTML and URL. Users could navigate interconnected websites. The web became an essential tool for communication, research, and businesses, but it has also allowed cybercriminals to expand their operation. So beyond traditional hacking and forums. Next. Largest wire fraud by Vladimir Levin. Vladimir Levin, a Russian hacker, led one of the largest cyber wire fraud schemes, transferring $10 million from Citibank subsidiaries worldwide. His accomplices attempted to withdraw the money, but most of it was recovered. Levin was arrested in 1995, later is extradited to the US and sentenced to 3 years in prison. Barato, 3 years lang. Charis. Next, Melissa virus. Ay, ito. Lumabas din to sa board. Melissa virus. Ginawa ni David Lee Smith through Microsoft Outlook email attachment and disguised as adult content. It overloaded email servers and disrupting operation in over 300 corporations and government agencies, including Microsoft. So Smith was arrested and sentenced to 20 months. Ang babaw. 20 months in federal prison and marking one of the first major email-based cyber attack. Evolution of mobile networks from 1 gigabyte to 5G. So 1G to 5G. 5G na kasi tayo ngayon. First generation. Ito, mobile phones. 1G mobile phones. Although wireless siya, pero hindi siya kasing bilis nung network natin ngayon na yung mga cellphones nyo is 5G. Operating in 900 megahertz frequency range. However, 1 gigabyte network had security vulnerabilities, poor voice quality, and no encryption. Second generation or 2G, Finland. Digital cellular technology. Nakahawak lang ako ng ganitong cellphone nung sira na. Ito naman nakahawak ako nito, Motorola yung brand nung grade 6 ako. But it wasn't mine. Pinahiram lang. Mihiram lang ako. Significantly improving call quality, security, and data transmission. Basahin nyo na lang. Importante lang naman dyan is yung itsura ng mga phones na 2G. And yung date at saka yung kung saan in-introduce. Next, Third generation, iPhone. 3G technology, may mga 3G cellphones pa rin yan, 3G and 2G. Pero touchscreen na yung 2G. Broadband mobile connectivity, enabling high-speed internet, browsing video calls, GPS, and mobile television. It was developed under the International Telecommunication Union or ITU, part ng INT 2000 standard. So, ito yun. Next. Pahirapan sarili natin. 4G network. Ito, nagkaroon ako nito. Charot. I had one of these. Ito yung nagkaroon ako nung, as in sa akin na talaga. Hindi hiram lang, sa akin na talaga. Nung 2016. Tingnan nyo. 4G network marked a major leap in mobile technology, high-speed broadband connectivity for smartphone, tablets, and other devices, deployed in Stockholm and also Oslo in 2009. 2009 pa siya, pero nahawakan ko, naging akin nung 2016. Kasi nung by that time siguro, old model na yun. But I was happy way back then. Okay, next. 5th generation, 5G, mga cellphone nyo ngayon. Designed to offer ultra-fast speed, lower latency, and enhanced connectivity, South Korea became the first country to launch 5G at scale in April 2019. Wow, with Samsung. I don't know what brand is this, and Nokia, supplying most of the blank base station. Kasi alam mo ito. Okay, ito lang naman. Next. Evolution of cybercrime 2000 to present. So, no 2000, si hacker Darius Kohlberg, also known as Lucifer. Parang Lucifer naman to. Nahiya pa. Lucifer nga, pero yung real name is Barry Skolsberg. Successfully extorted $1.4 million galing sa CD University. Nag-offer lang siya ng assistant in catching a Russian hacker. This marked one of the first cybercrime extortion. Next, DOS attack. Yan, lumabas din to sa board exam namin. Kasi, maraming question about cybercrime kasi napapanahon siya ngayon, lalo na ngayon. Ang dami ng artificial intelligence created na mga videos and photos. So, possible na maraming cybercrime ang nangyayari. Maraming anomalya. So, you must be familiar with this. Trojan horse, the worm, DOS attack, and the Melissa virus. It is a massive distributed denial of service or DDoS attack targeted in 13-bit service of the domain name system or DNS, disrupting internet services worldwide for nearly an hour. However, users remained largely unaffected due to DNS redundancy. So, Nigerian hacker noong 2004 Choice Point data breach. Nagkaroon siya ng access to Choice Point's consumer records, but the company only informed 35,000 customers about the breach, despite a much larger potential impact. This raised concern about transparency in data security breaches. 2006, cybercriminals hacked TJX, Massachusetts-based retailer, stealing 45 million credit and debit card numbers. Many of the stolen cards were used in fraudulent purchases at Walmart, highlighting the growing risk of payment system vulnerabilities. So, meron akong nakikitang mga posts sa social media na yung mga credit card nila, especially sa BDO. Yes. There was this consumer na 15 years ng user ng BDO. She has credit cards, 3 to be specific, 3 credit cards from BDO. Tapos, out of nowhere daw, she received a message na parang 150,000 ata yun, 150,000 pesos, yung kailangan niyang bayaran. Pero if you, dumating sa kanya is, ganito daw US dollar yung kailangan mong bayaran. Convert na lang na to 150,000 approximately. Pero hindi naman siya pumunta ng ibang bansa. Paano siya makakapag-purchase daw ng goods in dollars? Kasi hindi naman daw siya pumunta ng ibang bansa. So, yung tawag dito, yung sagot na lang ng BDO is that wala daw silang magagawa but unless the consumer has to pay for that 150,000 or 100,000 plus na bayarin niya sa credit. It is one of the example dito. Hinakaw yung mga information ng credit card tapos ginamit para bumili ng mga products sa Walmart o sa isang grocery. Ganun yung nangyari sa recent lang, ngayong taon lang. Noong 2008 naman, Heartland Payment and System breach. A spyware on Heartland Payment System compromised 134 million na credit card numbers through SQL injection attack, making it one of the most largest financial data breaches at that time. 2010, the Stuxnet worm, the first cyber weapon, world's first cyber weapon. It is a self-replicating worm. Kapareho rin to ng Morse worm that we have discussed earlier. It specifically targeted industrial control system. It was believed to be responsible for disrupting Iran's nuclear facility, marking the beginning of cyber warfare. So because of this, nagkaroon ng warfare in the cyber environment, cyberspace. 2011 is Epsilon email data breach. A cyber attack on Epsilon, a company that provided email marketing services for major brands like Best Buy and JP Morgan Chase, led to exposure of millions of customers' email addresses, increasing phishing attack risk. 2013 to 2015 global bank hack. A Russian-based hacker group infiltrated over 100 financial institutions worldwide, accessing secure banking data. Sophisticated attack demonstrated the rise of organized financial cybercrime. LockerPin ransomware on Android. So sa LockerPin naman, target lang dito yung Android devices resetting the PIN code and demanding $500 to restore access. This highlighted the growing threat of mobile ransomware and data leaks affecting millions of users. 2016 Democratic National Committee email leaks. Parang nabasa ko to. Email from the Democratic National Committee were leaked to the WikiLeaks affecting the 2016 U.S. presidential election. The incident demonstrated how hacking and information leaks could influence political outcome. Equifax data breaks, largest credit bureaus in the U.S. na in-expose yung 143 million customer record. Especially yung social security numbers, yung mga birth date, address, and credit card information. So, dyan lang muna nagtatapos ang ating part 3 discussion.